Thanks very much to Ian and the team for the invitation and for the opportunity to give you some background on my department and enterprise policy and what's happening at European and national level. I think this morning seeing another packed hall for the second conference is testament to the significant work that Ian and the team have done since 2022, since the establishment of the CEA, in ensuring that the CEA is recognised as a trusted source of impartial information and as a credible actor and as a source of influence on the enforcement landscape in Ireland. And I congratulate the team on that and wish you every success for the future. And speaking of dedication, I know how busy all of you are, so I want to give a brief overview across a range of areas, including in terms of enterprise policy, both from an EU and a domestic perspective, and also to give you an insight into some of the work of the Department of Enterprise, Trade and Employment. As a department, our aspiration is to make Ireland the best place to succeed in business across all parts of the country, with vibrant enterprises, more high-quality employment, growing trade, fair workplaces and higher productivity. Our guiding philosophy is that regulation needs to be effective, proportionate and enforceable. And this has served us very well and perhaps explains why Ireland is ranked 4th in the world for the competitiveness of our business legislation in the most recent IMD World Competitiveness Yearbook 2024. And as you're well aware, the CEA is one of the 3 statutory bodies established under the Act, together with the Companies Registration Office, and welcome Maureen Sullivan, who's with us this morning, and the IASA, the Irish Accounting and Auditing Standards Authority, being the other 2. And all 3, I have to say, I'm very pleased that they work extremely well together. And thanks to Ian, to Kevin and to Maureen for that cooperation. The role of the CEA, as you've heard earlier, is to drive compliance and enforcement of the Act through independent, proactive and responsive action. Therefore, the work of the CEA supports Ireland's strong global reputation as a great place to do business. Its importance for boosting competitiveness and supporting enterprise cannot be underestimated. A message this morning is developing communities of practice will be really important to the adoption and successful adoption of CSRD. And yesterday at our Enterprise Forum, which is business representative organisations, I was pleased to learn that next week IBEC, the employers' body, will launch a new CSRD toolkit to help businesses navigate through those requirements. And I'm aware that many of the consultancy audit houses are also doing similar initiatives. Turning for a moment to the cea.gov.ie, or the Corporate Sustainability Due Diligence Directive, it's another piece of legislation again agreed under the outgoing Commission, and it will introduce new obligations on larger companies. The objective is to address adverse environmental and human rights impacts in respect of a company's own operations, their subsidiaries' operations and their chain of activities. So in Ireland we will have a phased-in approach to compliance, with obligations applying to very large companies first from mid-2027, and again where appropriate we will assist impacted companies. And as an EU member state, Ireland plays perhaps an outsized role as an EU digital regulator in areas such as data, digital markets, digital services, cybersecurity and now AI. So the AI will be the first ever legal framework on artificial intelligence, the AI Act, which addresses the risks of AI and positions Europe to play a leading role globally. From an Irish perspective, we want to ensure that we have implemented effectively by preserving transparency and accountability, the key principles of trustworthy AI, but also that we effectively promote innovation. Also, implementation of the digital rule book will continue with the Digital Services Act and Digital Markets Act, which govern fair and safe online world, and the Data Act, which is designed to foster a competitive data market, which we have to implement by next year. So I suppose, what does this mean for Ireland? Well, first of all, on the Capital Markets Union, I mean, this is a plan to create a single market for capital, and something that Ireland is very supportive of, and on the basis that it will help to unlock private capital. And working alongside this is an EU proposal to harmonise substantive insolvency rules, which is currently being negotiated. Ireland is engaging constructively with this file and ensuring its ambitions align with our own refined corporate insolvency regime. Turning for a moment maybe to the domestic policy and what some of this means for us, I might refer first of all to our own white paper on enterprise, which is a whole of government effort which we developed with colleagues across government to ensure that Ireland continues to be a great place to live, work and to do business. The White Paper on Enterprise is a comprehensive framework focused on ensuring Ireland's enterprise policy is oriented to protect our strong economic position, and respond to emerging challenges and opportunities from digitalisation, global and economic and geopolitical developments, as well as the urgent need to decarbonise our economy. We are busy preparing for Ireland's presidency of the EU in 2026, both at home and also in Brussels. We've already added additional officials in Brussels to lay the ground for a strong working relationship with other member states. Visit my department's website where you can learn more about our policy work for government and engage with the various supports for business through enterprise.gov.ie. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the conference, and I very much look forward to hearing the rest of the speakers. Thank you.